Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Valheim. Today I'm not doing anything special. I will do that next week again. And that's more or less because it was rather late last week. And because of that we had to postpone that particular recording. However, what I'm going to do is looking for Fuling villages and towers, and hopefully being able to find the next training weapon, which in this case would be the Wooden Atgeir. Another thing I hope to find are some trophies. We're still lacking trophies from the the mountains, the golem and the defending trophies. We're lacking one trophy as far as I can see with Fuling beserker, and of course we're lacking a shitload of trophies from Mistlands and beyond. I'm not too worried about that. But now my goal is heading into the plains, finding any possible village, and whenever possible that really means whenever possible. Those were the extra trophies. Whenever possible, getting that particular berserker trophy. So what do we need? Certainly cores. Matter of fact, 4. Great Dwarf Ice. Okay. And of course 10 wood for the workbench. Not 20 Great Dwarf Ice, 40. No, 20, because I think it's 2. Indeed, 20. So, what I know from previous experience and from a little bit playing this game, there is plains north of Hildir. So if we go to Hildir, as you can see, there is, I discovered 2 villages. There should be a third. And there are several tar pits, so it's not the easiest biome to travel into. But I may be able to find a Fuling village there. Now we have PP and the normal one. Let's see where they end up. And if I'm able to actually disconnect one. This ends up in the Mistlands. In the infested mine. Okay. I'm not going to enter that one again. That's for research. Also Mistlands, but the question is where? Mistlands swamp. Goes to bog pits. Okay. So I can actually take that apart and head to the bog. Where's the bog pits? That's where we need to go. And of course, there are the usual swamp monsters over there. Am I actually hitting that thing or what? I wasn't. I am now. Okay. Tally ho. Etc. etc. Poison arrow. Something more important was shown. There we are. Nothing in the swamp is always a matter of finding the shoals. Able to do that, the swamp actually isn't that hard to hell. Isn't actually that hard to go through. Unless you find that one. Hey, I had. That explains a few things. I really hate fighting those abominations. Or any large monster, as a matter of fact. But abominations are a real pain because you already have your rested bonus being a pain. Then on top of that, you've got the problem that there's not that much room, as you can see. On top of that, it's simply complicated for me. The dodge rolling is really something that's absolute problem to me. I mean, it's block and space, but sometimes to me it never works. I prefer to do this. There. It's actually how I used to play World of Warships, sorry. I saw, I got sunk, but I rushed in, no restrictions, simply, well, it's not guns blazing, because I always thought about my tactics, but to me it was simply a matter of being smart. And if you need to defend, but for Pete's sake, don't make it too complicated. Anyway, portal. Disadvantage. First I need to go home now. Well, I need food. That's one thing. I need to stock up on food. I need to repair some stuff, unload some things, and then finally being off the planes and hopefully being able to find that Atgeir. Iron head and poison. Okay, that works. And needle. Yeah, that will work. No problem at all. So I also have the problem now. Hey, where's the cock? Oh, in here. That I got that much roots, I actually can't store it. I think I'm going to leave the wisp light at home for the time being. Save me a slot. Okay, 20 blob trophies. Trader of Brutes, Shaman, Elder, Troll, Skelly. Elite, Drover, Elite, Bone Mass, Grave, Abomination, Block. Okay. Then move to open. Mode, yeah, I don't have a second mode. Move, Cultist, okay, that's that one. Then the next row. Fuling, on open, Shaman, Yak, Blocks, Mosquito, Growth. And Seeker ones. Seeker Tick, Hair, Circling, Rena, Geir, Hafa. Looks like I got them in the right way. Right. This wasn't smart, I think. Because I could spend a little bit of time to actually do this first. Going to bring extra food, by the way. Not going to make the same mistake I did before. I also am going to turn fire hazards off again. Heel deer. And from heel deer, I'm heading north. I could do that, but I wouldn't. But I could actually take one of my Loxes for a ride, but no, I won't. That's for a very simple reason, actually. Could be too dangerous for them. It would be more fun, but simply too dangerous. And last thing I want is being stuck on the plains, being overloaded and all that shit, and have to run back.
Oh no, you won't. Not going to act like, yeah, I'm going to attacking, and then when I turn around, turning around and running back. No way. Ah, mushrooms. So, first thing to look for. Not the mountains, but I can go around. I mean, I should be able to get through here without a problem by now. Nice view, nice piggies. These. And then you're being like, oops. Now the only thing I won't encounter here is a golem. That would be nice, but on the other hand, like I've said before, I don't like fighting the buggers, so. What would be nice though is being here at night at some point and encountering a Val. Would even be better if it dropped a trophy. But that's something. Well, I can use the feathers, nothing else. But the trophies are not hard to find. Don't get me wrong about that. It feels like that because lots of people are playing on all the worlds, most likely progressed a lot. And go back to the plains or the Black Forest and start hunting bears and files. Then having not enough of those. Having not enough of those to be found. Yeah, makes sense. Those things do spawn randomly. So in regards of that, you don't see them. Trophies drop at 10%. So people complain about not finding the trophies simply because they are looking for it. If they didn't, they wouldn't complain that much. problem isn't the trophy. The problem simply is the fact that people are hunting for the trophy that much that they can't find it. Now I'm looking at this, is there's black metal? Yeah, but I already have a full stock of that. So as a result, you see lots of complaints about trophies not being found. And then, yeah, you get all that. It's something snowballing. People, yeah, I hunted 20 bears, I didn't get a trophy. I hunted 50 bears, I didn't get a trophy. While actually forgetting they were specifically hunting for the bear or the Val. And thus, it looks like it's terrible and the drop rate isn't 10%, but the drop rate is 10%. Because there are enough people who actually killed a Val or a bear for the second time and got a trophy. Or the third time and got a trophy. Though I heard the giggles. I do hear the giggles. Where are you, Mr. Giggles? There he is. Oof. Black metal. That's it. It's the same thing basically about the wooden weapons. We've been going through several spawners, the so-called Johan Cruyff spot with the bone piles and the body piles. And it took us quite a while before we actually found. Shoot, I'm stupid. Well, never mind, I can solve that easily. But it took us a while before we actually got ourselves the sledge, the wooden sledge. So it's simply a matter of RNG, or SNG as I call it, statistic number generator. And I think that in particular at the old worlds, things may be harder. 3. I'm making this detour because there's a tar pit nearby. I have no intention at all to alarm them. Points, okay. Points are okay, black metal isn't at the moment. We've got enough black metal to start with. Number two, can't use a portal if I got black metal, so trophies aren't needed either. Let's get the heck out of there. Bugger has seen me. Yeah, he has seen me. Get here, you piece of... Tar is something I can use. But that was the exact reason why I decided to go low. Hey, come on. Good spot to drop the portal, I think. At least so I'm able to drop off some of my gear or some of the items we found. And bring myself food. That's encouraging. Yeah, maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot by disassembling it. Maybe not. We'll see. Got everything with me. But if there's any opportunity for me to get it closer to a village, I prefer to use that. There we have a village and a little piece of black forest. Okay, one beserker. Stone, yeah, the only thing I didn't want is stones. And of course, the other thing I don't want is a fog. Because that makes it very hard to find a good ambush spot. Everything that village has. Oh shit. Exactly because of that reason. Let's see what we can do with this. Hey, stop doing that. That's the one I need to take care of. And at the moment I can't. For one reason it's too dark. Another reason I simply can't see it. So what I actually missed is the ability to throw a torch somewhere to light up area. I think. So there's one over there. We see the torch. There's probably one over there. And that's it. The biggest problem is what I would like to do is get inside that tower and start shooting from there. But if you can't see anything, it's not a good idea. Especially with that one or two berserkers nearby. So yeah, this was not what I hoped for. It's a little bit boring this way, and sorry for that. Because I would rather have some action. But with this outfit, sneaking into this village is not a good idea. Well, as a matter of fact, it wouldn't be with the troll outfit either. So it's about 10 minutes of waiting. I do know that by the time it's done, we've got quite a lot of coins. We have a lot of coins over there. Some in there by the look of things, some at the bottom. We did get a shaman. Maybe we will get some shaman trophies and things like that. There's tar. All that. And there's the whole load of buggers. Including missed. The berserker, so I have to aim straight at him. What? $102 damage. 57 to 118 on him. And well, not bad. I think he's angry. So about 100 damage with the arbalest. Okay. Let's try that 1-star. That 1-star was a 1-shot. Oh, no, it wasn't. Yippee! That's exactly the kind of event that's going to be very funny for me. Because as far as I know, they can't get to me. Oh, there's still a shaman around. But the wolves are actually doing my job. Or the other way around. I am going to help the wolf though. There. And there's another shaman. Okay, thanks for warning me. Am I able to get him? I don't think so. Or maybe I am. No, still. Never mind. That Lux is over there, so I could actually kill the Lux and well, all the fueling are gone. Now I'm like, I should have brought myself a bunch of what's his name? The goosebumps. Let's start by picking up things because I may need some of the items later. Just have to make sure I'm not going to be overloaded. I mean, we have a fire after all, so let's use it. There's chest also very important, because everything I don't need can be stocked up in there, which are trophies. I don't need wolf meat, I don't need the berries, and I don't need the blackmail. And I know I've got, that's a shaman trophy. Drop those berries in the chest as well. So, no Atgeir. Shame. But then, that's RNG. That too. Getting 2 extra. Don't need that. I think there was another one up here. Yep. Don't need that. Don't need meat. And all fairness, I also don't need those fangs. I can use the linen up here. Flax. So, while we didn't get the trophy, I don't think the overall result was that bad. We had some luck. Some things we had some bad luck, with other things but in the end we still got barley, flax, some trophies, and of course the experience points. Would have been nice if we actually got the Berserker trophy out of this. I guess you can't have all. Maybe expecting all is more the problem. It's the same thing I mentioned before. People going to hunt for the trophies and then complain they don't get some. But then at the same time, it's the vocal minority that you always hear about being unable to get certain trophies. I mean, drop rate for the Fuling and the wolf trophies are 10% too, if I'm not mistaken. But if we have a look at what I got from all of this, I missed one trophy. We got one wolf trophy. We've got two, no, there's one out there, 3 Fueling trophies, Shaman trophy, so yeah, I don't think it's really a problem. I would like to have a locks. But like I said, that may be very complicated. Now let's see if I'm able to get up here. Yeah. Anything I forgot? There's woods. There is wood. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Time to go home and drop this off. We had a lot here. Let's drop this off before I try to kill those 3 loxers over there. I could have picked up. Hey, did I drop that linen off somewhere? Flax? I guess I have to. Yep, up here, okay. I'm going to need a lot of that in the next biome. What I currently have is not enough. I better put that one to work. See, 17 wolf trophies. Currently 2 shaman, and we have encountered what, 15, 20 shaman, something like that. Now look at the fueling, the amount we got from that one. That's 20, and I actually already leave them behind. Oh, I do have lox trophies, so no need to hunt for loxes. That saves me because I'm going to need the lox trophy at some point for a trinket I need it in Mistlands. really should use my brains. Rest first, eat after. But the biggest problem, so far, so to speak, is there were, according to the world generator, and yes, I am using that for the time being. According to the world generator, there were 3 goblin calves up here. And or Fuling villages. All 3 have been visited. And all 3, well, 2 of them were done before Court Arms, and the 3rd one was after. None of them has a trophy. The Atgeir, which means I can go back to my portal, disassemble it, head back to Hildir, and we actually have to take the boat, start sailing to another area. I have to check on my map. Am I able to? Yeah, I am. So there's a little bit after this. And there we have the seal tower. Well, that seal tower is something I want to visit anyway. So that's where I'm heading to. Or at least that part of the world is where I'm heading to. I need to go back. I need to drop off. That's why I was in the kitchen area. I need to drop off that barley. Not turning it into flour yet. May want to do that at some point. Okay. I think I got everything outside. Never mind. So my last action will be to actually go to that sealed tower. That'll be fun. I'm not going to do that yet. But I may, in fact, set up a portal for that. I need to get past that feet. Let's drop off the last crap I don't need and move out. Somehow I fear I have to travel past tar pits at night. Best route to that. Stay close to the mountains. I see something. No, it's probably... It looks like something was moving over there, but it's probably being the rendering. So far for not drawing any attention. Oof, but no trophy. Oh well, wasn't expecting that anyway. Sometimes the light in this game Makes things very hard to spot or to aim at. Not to worry about that one. So I think the way the lightning works here is to give some sort of impression about the snow blindness. Right. And now we get a Drake trophy. Not going to use obsidian anyway. And if I want to, I've got more than enough at other locations. Indeed is that way. Seeing this, yeah, I can understand why people want to build in the mountains. Because the view is absolutely great. My little one, there you are. Hey! So, while I was in the plains at night, no file. Yeah. Really typical. to think, if I have the logs trophy, should be able to craft trinkets related to it. I need to find out about that one. Trinkets on this one. Stamina. Okay. Iron boots. Health armor. Heart forest. Health regen. Bronze. Bracelets of the brave. 100 health, 20 clubs and 10% blunt damage. So that's a very good one for him. I am able to craft it. Well, let's drop off the blood sacks and the Drake trophy and call it a day. Next week I'm going to sail. To that other area with the shield tower, I will set up a shield tower portal. Yep, that's why I didn't need any hotbags. I will set up a shield tower portal, and we will explore that area. Prepare a little bit for the assault on the shield tower. Oh, that wasn't what I had in mind. Oh well, never mind. Prepare for the assault on the shield tower, but I won't actually do that yet. It's something that I intend to do later, because I prefer to do that once I've got the, what's his name, the bubble, the shield bubble ready. So for now, thanks for watching everybody, and yes, as always, I hope you've been enjoying it. I was actually having fun, although the mist was spoiling things a little bit. I rather would have murdered that camp at night when I had enough visibility. It wasn't like that, so unfortunately we didn't encounter any Val, but there's plenty of opportunity for that in the next episodes. So have a good week everybody, and I'll see you then next week. Goodbye.